The Bittensor Tao Halving is here. Could we see another significant jump in the price? Going to go over all that here in this video. If you're new here, please like, share, and subscribe. With Bittensor Tao's halving, the first one ever taking place, like right now, the supply that gets released is cut in half. So there's going to be way less supply out there for people to buy, and typically when this happens, at least in relative to Bitcoin, around the halving, we see a significant spike in the price. So right now, Tau is sitting at about $290. Previous all-time high is $750 or somewhere around there. Pretty nice discount right now. Are we going to see similar action in price with Tau in correlation to like what we see with Bitcoin? We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to look at the charts here and tell you what could play out and where it's sitting and how things are looking. But there's not a whole lot of Tau out there. I mean, there's only 21 million total supply, but not all that has been released due to, it being similar to how Bitcoin releases its coins, but not exactly. It's pretty complicated. There's all kind of rewards, and you can even stake Tau, which is nice. You can't do that with Bitcoin, but you can't borrow against it. So when it comes to this project, it is my favorite and my top layer 1 artificial intelligence blockchain. I think it's going to be the lead runner when it comes to artificial intelligence, when it finally gets off the ground and starts moving, when we do finally see money come flooding back into crypto and the sentiment changes, which, by the way, the Fed announced that they didn't announce quantitative easing, but they did say they're going to start buying back their treasuries. That's silent QE right there. So within the next 30 days, starting tomorrow, they're going to buy back, I think it was $40 billion worth of treasuries. So QE is here. They didn't announce it, but they did. So I think we're close. The market always seems to catch people off guard. It always seems to. When everybody is not paying attention and loses interest, that's when it just rips. So right now, people are being lulled to sleep. They're being liquidated. Everyone's frustrated. Everyone's wondering, is it going to happen? It's going to happen. But right now, you can focus on little things like the halving around Tau and what could possibly happen with the price here. And is it going to be a nice swing trade? In my opinion, I think it could be. So it's something to keep an eye on. Other than that, the broader market right now, things are boring, so to speak. It's just more pain. More pain for anybody who bought months ago or this time last year or whatever. You're probably hurting pretty bad. So with that being said, let's go ahead and look at the chart. Here is the Bittensor Tau chart right now. So as you can see, I have a line of resistance, and I pulled fibs recently. If you look, we didn't hit that $564.90 target that was pulled recently. They kind of faked us out and started pulling profits pretty heavily at 538.70, and then you obviously see where the price is at now. It's at almost a 50% discount. So if it were me looking at this, the stochastic, which is right here in the middle, not looking so hot. I mean, it's overheated, and it looks like it wants to pull back and come back down. It doesn't necessarily mean that the price is going to plummet further. It just means that it's going to cool off. Um, in the RSI, which is in the bottom down here, it, it it's trending bullish, but until we get back over that 50 mark, it's hard to say. This is a time where if I had dry powder on the side, I would be buying it, not really worried about if it dips lower or not. That's just my opinion. Looking at this thing, let's put it on the weekly just so it's a little easier here. If you look at this thing, it hasn't gotten any lower than $1.06 or 168 bucks, which yeah, I mean that's a significant drop from here, but looking at this thing, you got higher lows. So it's bullish in my eyes, this project. It's looking great. Don't even worry about this scam wick here where it went down to $140 on October 10th. That day just completely wrecked a lot of people, and honestly, it's really frustrating dealing with what we got to deal with, but that's unfortunately how things go. You know, this market isn't regulated yet. It's we need the Clarity Act. We need a little bit more stricter, tighter laws for these market makers and these exchanges to abide by. So, in my opinion, I think it's gonna pass soon, but it seems like a lot of Democrats are going against it, which I'm not gonna get political here, but why? You gotta ask yourself why. Why wouldn't they want a market structure bill passed for this? Yeah, that's for you. You to decide on what you believe there. But looking at this, the stochastic looks like it wants to roll over. I mean, you got basically a full reset down here at 0, and then the RSI is rolling over and trending back up towards the 50 line. So if this was me, if I had money on the side, I would be buying right here, and you never know what can happen with the halving. I mean, you could see this thing rip. Now, last time we saw this thing rip, a big indicator was Zcash. Zcash led the market here last time we saw a pump. And it looks like Zcash is moving up. I'm not saying it's ripping by any means, but right now you got the play out for a potential ABC structure, which I don't see that holding. So what I mean by an ABC structure is a boom, boom, boom. I don't think that's going to hold. I honestly think we got longer to go here. I think you're going to see a nice 5-wave move here. That's just my opinion. I think you are going to see a 5-wave play out here. You got your 1, 2. I think you're going to see 3 come up, 4 come back down, and then 5. So we probably have further to go here. It doesn't, whatever Zcash does, it doesn't mean that Tau can't react differently. Um, Zcash doesn't necessarily have to lead the market here. It's just an observation that last time, October 10th happened, Zcash was like the only thing that was unaffected and took off to the north. And then you saw a little pump in a lot of the AI projects, which I covered a few weeks ago. So that's where I see things. Man, it's confusing. It's frustrating for a lot of people, but like I said, I would be buying. That's what I would be doing. And just don't pay attention to it. Don't look at it every day if it's frustrating you. Go outside, touch some grass, spend some time with your family, get away from your phone. But things are going to turn around. And when they do, you got to be ready because it happens fast, happens very, very quickly. And you don't want to be buying into the middle of a green candle into a massive pump because that's when you run into trouble and that's where you lose money. So buy when it's boring, sell when it's exciting. That's all I got for this video, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. God bless.